They say music speaks when words fail. But Selena Gomez? She's not holding anything back anymore. Her new album isn't just a comeback. It's a full-blown emotional reckoning. And fans? They're convinced she's firing lyrical shots directly at Justin and Hailey Bieber. Subtle? Not even close. The lyrics are raw, haunting, and some are so specific. They read like pages torn from a private diary. And just when you think it couldn't get messier, TikTok pours gasoline on the fire. A viral video resurfaces. A young Hailey Baldwin in Target standing near a Selena Gomez poster. And some say mocking it. Whether the clip is real or not doesn't even matter now. The internet's in flames, but it doesn't stop there. People are digging deeper, bringing back old receipts. Like the time Hailey claimed on Jimmy Kimmel Live that she didn't know Justin all that well, except fans found a 2009 meet and greet pass that proved she was a hardcore believer long before they ever dated. Now the question isn't just about music, it's about truth versus performance. What's real? What's image? And more importantly, why are Justin and Hailey so quiet while this storm rages on? Right now, the Biebers may be trying to keep calm on the surface, but fans aren't buying it. Rumors are swirling that Hailey is even considering legal action over what's being said online about her, Justin, and Selena. But with so many old videos, screenshots, interviews, and timeline receipts out in the open, what would a lawsuit really solve? Some think it would only stir the pot even more. A source close to the couple told People magazine they're ignoring the noise, that Hailey's focused on her career and Justin is back in the studio, making music. They say they're happy, focused, peaceful. But fans are asking the question everyone's thinking. If they're so unbothered, why bring up legal action at all? And let's not forget, Justin's silence? It's not really silence. He once admitted that his marriage felt arranged. His words. And if he's tuned in enough to share that, then you better believe he knows exactly what the internet is saying about him now. Meanwhile, Selena's not speaking with interviews. She's speaking through her music, and it's powerful. Her new songs aren't just emotional, they're confessional. And even though she's publicly claimed they're not aimed at anyone specific, fans are saying the lyrics tell a different story. Lines like, "You are so embarrassing. Go cry when no one's watching." That doesn't sound like a general breakup lyric, that sounds personal. Like pain that's been quietly burning for years. In another track, she sings, "He walked in with a big grin, talking like we're friends. Honey, what were you thinking?" People immediately tied that lyric to the infamous Vanity Fair moment when Selena and Hailey posed together, looking like they'd finally buried the drama. But now it looks like Selena didn't even want to be in that photo. And if that's true, that smile on Hailey's face, it takes on a whole new meaning. Maybe it wasn't peace, maybe it was performance. As more lyrics from Selena's album surface, it's becoming impossible to ignore the emotional weight behind them. This isn't just pop music, it's a personal reckoning. One track in particular has fans spiraling. "Look at You. Just look at you now." The title alone feels like a callback to her 2020 hit, Look at Her Now, which was already rumored to be about Justin. But this new one? It's not upbeat, it's not empowered. It's haunting. It sounds like closure that never really came. And then there's You Said You Were Sorry, a song that feels like a dream sequence and a confession all at once. Selena sings, "Don't think about you, happy without you more now than I ever was." And then the gut punch. "I had a dream you said you were sorry for everything you put on me." Then our eyes were bawling in the rain. "We finally forgave you. I had a dream." That's all it was. Those lyrics? They aren't just about pain. They're about fantasy healing, imagining the closure she never actually got. And for fans, it's impossible not to draw a parallel to Justin's 2015 song Sorry, a track that had a catchy beat and public apology vibes. But Selena's version? It's quiet, devastating, and private. She's not asking for attention. She's letting go, but on her terms. Each line feels like years of silence finally breaking open. Like she's been carrying the weight of everyone else's version of her story. And she's finally telling her own. Another track that hit hard, Don't Want to Cry. She sings, "You kissed her right in front of me. Like I wasn't even there." Then follows it with, "I should cause a scene for what you've done to me. The saddest part is we both know I would never leave." It's heartbreak at its quietest and realest. The kind where you don't scream, you don't fight, You just endure. And millions of listeners, especially women, say they've felt exactly that. This isn't about petty drama. It's about buried pain. And Selena's turning it into something fans can hold on to. Something they can feel. Selena's story doesn't stop with one heartbreak. She's lived through public love, quiet pain, and the pressure to keep smiling when everything was falling apart. Her past relationship with The Weeknd, though short, was meaningful. It may not have carried the emotional depth of her years with Justin, but it mattered. And you can feel that in some of the softer lyrics on the album. Lines filled with quiet sadness, not rage. One of the most talked about tracks is Tratas, a Spanish-language song with a title some fans couldn't even pronounce at first. But the emotions? Universal. She sings, "It's not your fault I had to leave. Please don't look at me like that, baby." Then whispers, "You know, I don't want to say goodbye. Don't cry. Just hold me one last time." It's soft, intimate, and devastating. Another line in the same song strikes even deeper. 2 years have passed and I still think of you in every way. That's not a line you write for drama. That's a line you write from memory. From ache, from knowing that sometimes love lingers even when life has moved on. And maybe that's what's so powerful about this album. It's not about dragging people. It's about unpacking everything she never got to say. The heartbreak, the confusion, the silence. The fact that she was the one left to clean up after it all. But this is where things take a turn, because while Selena is pouring her truth into music, Justin suddenly starts posting scripture on Instagram. Just days after the album drops. He writes, "Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing." He talks about forgiveness, feeling forgotten, and the struggle to let things go. And fans? They immediately connect the dots. It mirrors Selena's own lyrics. How does it feel to be forgotten? And go cry when no one's watching. It's like an invisible conversation is happening, not face to face, but lyric to caption. A public game of emotional ping-pong. And Justin doesn't stop there. He reposts a 2019 quote from Hailey about anxiety, identity, and trying to figure herself out. He adds, "Still relevant, boo. Supportive? Maybe, but the timing?" Strange. It all dropped right as Selena's fans were dissecting every lyric, every metaphor, every possible connection to Hailey and Justin's relationship. Which raises the question, if this isn't about them, why are they reacting like it is? Justin's posts keep coming and they get more revealing by the hour. He writes, "Sometimes I hate myself when I feel myself becoming inauthentic." Then admits, "I've got anger issues too, but I want to grow. I want to stop reacting." It's raw, honest, but also deeply out of character, at least for how quiet he's been up until now. Fans are left asking, what's really going on behind the scenes? Is this emotional honesty or emotional damage control? And just when? It seems like things might cool off. He does something that reignites everything. He likes a post on Instagram. Seems harmless, right? But the post shows Hailey Bieber draped in a fur coat from 2019 with a not-so-subtle caption, "Jobless." People tearing Hailey Bieber apart. Instantly, alarms go off, because if Justin was trying to be neutral, this wasn't it. Fans start questioning, who exactly is he calling jobless? Is it random commenters? Is it creators analyzing the drama? Or is it shade indirectly at Selena? And if it is about Selena, it doesn't land, not even close. She's running a full media empire, releasing chart-topping music, launching beauty lines, starring in hit shows. She's anything but idle. Worse, the post fuels the same online. Prior he claimed he wanted to forgive. The contradictions are piling up, and people are watching every move more closely than ever. But then, things take a creepy, even dangerous turn. A fake AI-generated video of Hailey begins to circulate. At first glance, it looks real. Hailey's standing still, looking at her phone, wearing a shirt that reads, "I hate Selena Gomez." It's not real, but it feels real. And that's the problem. The video has French text, likely made by a European creator. The original audio was removed, possibly for copyright, but the vibe? Unsettling. Hailey's face looks blank, almost robotic. No emotion, no context, just silent tension. It's not a meme. It's not harmless. It's deep fake weaponry, and it's crossed the line. What started as a celebrity music cycle has spiraled. into digital manipulation, real-world hate being amplified by artificial images. Fans, even those on Team Selena, begin calling it out. This isn't entertainment anymore. It's something darker. So the question becomes, where's the line? When does commentary become cruelty? When does speculation become slander? Because in the middle of all this, there are still real people, real relationships, and real pain. Deepfakes, shade likes, scripture posts, and lyrical daggers, everything has blurred into one giant swirl of rumor, reaction, and very real emotion. And beneath it all, 3 people whose private heartbreaks have been magnified a million times by an audience that never blinks. Selena's album may feel like the final word on her side of the story, yet even she admits it isn't aimed at a single villain. It's a confession, a cleansing proof that healing rarely arrives without a little blood on the page. The power, though, is that she finally wrote the story herself instead of letting tabloids fill in the blanks. Justin's sudden vulnerability online shows he's wrestling with his own reflection. One moment he's preaching forgiveness. The next he's double-tapping a post that frames critics as jobless. It's the push-pull of a man who wants calm but still bristles at the noise. Hailey, meanwhile, smiles for paparazzi, launches new campaigns, and keeps her replies short, yet the silence leaves room for every theory to grow louder. And then there's us fans. Commentators, casual scrollers deciding every day whether we're adding light or heat. The AI deepfake proved just how fast fiction can masquerade as fact, how easily outrage can be manufactured, how fragile reputations have become in the face of synthetic truth. When technology can fake a hateful t-shirt in perfect 4K, the line between critique and cruelty vanishes unless we redraw it ourselves. What started as a musical release has spiraled into something bigger, more intimate, more layered, and far more unsettling. Selena poured her heart into this album, but what she may not have expected was how the world would take those lyrics and turn them into a microscope, one that's zoomed in on every facial expression, every lyric, every Instagram post from Justin and Hailey. And as much as Selena says the songs aren't aimed at anyone specific, the raw emotion, the anger, the grief, the unresolved ache points somewhere. And fans are pointing it squarely at the Biebers. Justin, meanwhile, has been posting more than usual. But it's what he's posting that has people raising eyebrows. He's quoting scripture about forgiveness, publicly talking about how he hates feeling inauthentic, and even admits to having anger issues. It's a side of him people rarely see, vulnerable, imperfect, unsure of what's real and what's performance. But just as quickly as he posts something soulful, he undercuts it by liking a photo defending Hailey with the phrase jobless. People tearing Hailey Bieber apart. That one action undoes all the peace he tried to promote just a few days earlier, and the internet noticed. Because let's be honest, if you're trying to stay above the noise, why fan the flames? Then came the breaking point, a fake AI video. Hailey Bieber standing still, seemingly wearing a shirt that reads, "I hate Selena Gomez." It was created using AI tools, eerily lifelike, and at first glance, convincing. That's the terrifying part. This wasn't just a meme. This was a line being crossed, deeply manipulated content designed to stir outrage, hate, and confusion. The moment people realized it was fake didn't stop the damage. The emotional impact had already landed. That's the dark side of where online celebrity culture is heading, where fiction blurs with fact, and even the truth has to defend itself. At the heart of it all are 3 people. Selena telling her story through music, Justin caught between apology and pride, and Hailey trying to smile through a hurricane while keeping silent and maybe hoping it all blows over. But the truth is, none of them are truly unaffected. They can't be. Selena may be finding her voice, Justin may be facing his demons, and Hailey might be navigating a world that constantly questions her every move. But no one walks through this kind of scrutiny untouched. So what's left now? Not closure, not clear answers. Just questions. Questions about love, timing, honesty, and how far we've taken this conversation as an audience. Because at a certain point, this stopped being about 3 celebrities and started being about us, the people watching, reacting, assuming, and dissecting. So where does that leave the story? Maybe right where Selena's chorus lands. Look at you now. Everyone involved is standing in a mirrored room seeing their past choices, their public personas, and the internet's gaze reflected back at them. Growth will come down to whose reflection they decide to trust. The hype, the hate, or the hard-won lessons etched into every lyric and late-night post. Pause for a moment of empathy. What would you do if millions dissected your every heartbreak? Could you forgive faster than a refresh button, or would you lash out too? Are you siding with Team Selena, Team Hailey, Team Justin, or are you simply here for the human story behind the headlines? Let's talk respectfully. No personal attacks, no spam, just real conversation. If you found value in this deep dive, show some love. Hit like so more people see the bigger picture. Subscribe for the next chapter in celebrity culture decoded. And share with that one friend who needs the backstory before they tweet. Because in the end, the narrative isn't finished, we're writing it together every time we choose how to react.